Hi guys, my name is Lily. Today I'll be taking you through a 10-minute stretch and sculpt. Laying down on your back, hands come behind the head. Exhale as you lift head, neck, and shoulders up off your mat. Inhale as you lower back down. Keeping a light touch behind the head, we aren't pulling on the neck. Using our abs to lift up, gazing towards the thighs. Inhale, slowly lower back down. Taking this to single toe taps, knees are coming into a reverse tabletop position, head, neck, and shoulders stay lifted up off your mat. Adding in a double toe tap in between. So it's one single toe tap, then double toe tap. Both feet are tapping down. Bring it in, back to that single toe tap. Keeping the low back pressed down against your mat, we're sinking the belly button to the spine, preventing any doming of the abs. Taking out the single toe tap, we have a double toe tap only. See if you can lift your shoulder blades 1 inch higher up off your mat without pulling on the neck. We have a light touch behind the head. Good, let it all go. Single leg stretch. You exhale as you pull your knee in, extending the opposite leg out, and then inhale through center, exhale as you switch. Good, keeping one knee in, we take it over for a spinal twist, dropping the knee to the outside of your mat, gazing over the opposite shoulder, taking a nice big inhale. And as you exhale, you twist a little bit deeper. Going back for those single leg stretches, both knees are coming into a reverse tabletop. And then pulling one knee in, we extend the other out. Keeping the low back pressed down against your mat, gaze is towards your knees. Holding in the opposite knee, we go for our spinal twist. Dropping it over to the outside of your mat, you gaze over the opposite shoulder. Taking a nice big inhale, and as you exhale, twist a little bit deeper. A few breaths here. Going for a double leg stretch. Both knees are coming into our reverse tabletop, arms extend overhead. You lengthen the legs out and then pull the knees in as you circle the arms around. So inhale, everything is lengthening out. Exhale, you're hugging the knees in. The lower the angle you extend the legs, the more work will be put on the core. However, we don't want the low back lifting at any point. So it's finding that edge of how low you can extend the legs without the low back lifting up off your mat. Good, letting this go, we go for leg circles, grabbing on the tops of your knees, start to draw, opening up the hips, taking about 3 circles each direction. going for our roll up, you're laying down flat on your back, extending the arms overhead. And then exhale as you tuck your chin to the chest, roll all the way up, hinging over your legs. And then lifting up, stacking the spine to reset. And then C curve, tucking the chin to the chest as you lower all the way back down onto your mat. So inhale, arms go overhead. Exhale, you roll all the way up, hinging forward. And then inhale to restack the spine. Exhale as you slowly lower all the way back. See how slow you can move here, going vertebrae by vertebrae. And then hugging the knees into the chest. We're just going to rock side to side here, massaging out the low back. And then rolling like a ball, again, massaging the back until we find ourselves all the way at the top of our mat, swinging the legs behind, coming into a tabletop position. Taking some cat-cows, inhales, you drop the belly down, gaze goes up towards the sky. Exhales, you round through the spine, gazing back at your knees. Working through a couple of these, maybe you sway the hips side to side. Meeting me in a neutral tabletop position, flipping the fingertips to face your knees, and then slowly start to rock back and forth. So this should feel really nice down the forearms, getting a little stretch of the wrists, and then flipping the palms to face up, fingertips towards each other, start to gently make fists. Again, should feel really nice on the wrists before we get into some planks. And then meeting me in a plank position, we're tapping our elbow, we're tapping our knee to our elbow, trying to make contact, maintaining a flat back, gazes towards the top of your mat, lifting up through the belly button, exhaling as you tap, inhale back to the high plank. Adding in an opposite toe tap. So after we tap knee to elbow, you're going to reach your hand back, piking the hips up to tap the opposite ankle, and then lower back down to your high plank. Staying pressed back in our downward facing dog, pedal out the feet for a second. And then we're going to go into some turbo dogs. So you bend the knees, hike the hips up, and then roll out to your high plank. So bending the knees back, hike the hips up, roll to your high plank. Good, we're going to reverse these. So going into your downward facing dog, you pike the hips up, bend down, and then press yourself out to your high plank. So hips lift, knees bend, press yourself out. Lowering down to our forearms, we go for step outs. Maintaining a flat back here, belly button is lifting up to the spine, keeping the gaze at the top of our mat. This will keep everything in alignment as we exhale, tap the toes out, inhale to our forearm plank. Dropping the knees down, press back to a child's pose, taking a couple breaths here. And you guys did it. That was your 10-minute stretch and sculpt.